Good morning, Backroadians. Deborah the Bee back with another video from the Backroads 2. It is early Saturday morning, and it's about almost 7 o'clock. I got about 10% left on my iPad, 10% left on my phone, and I've got tons of things I've got to charge up as far as fans and things. So I figured I'd show you this fan that I have. It's another Arctic Air item, and this is the clip-on Arctic Air. So it kind of moves around like this. It's got this little clip-on thingy. My car is so old that there's no place to clip on anywhere. So it just sits up. It's got a little reservoir in the back for water, and it also has the different, 3 different speeds, and then it has the different colors that you can have for ambiance or whatever you want. So, my back hurts a little bit. Yesterday was kind of like crappy because I had to redo all of the things for my in my tent. You know, I did hang all my clothes because I had washed all these clothes, and I hung all my clothes up on tree limbs and they dry, they don't stink. So I figure, if as far as for lake, that'll work, and I can just wear them for the next couple of days and then go to the laundromat before I move on. So it is Saturday. I have a huge family of people that moved to the left of me. It was like clowns to the right of me, jokers to the left. Here I am, joker in the middle with you. Well, we got jokers to the right of me, I think. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right of me. I think that's opposite of the song, but that's kind of how it worked out. Basically, where I'm at is a very popular area. I like to get the areas that are prime, I suppose. And in Popo camping area, you know, prime is first come, first serve. So I was the first person here. Well, these people that came in are a fairly large group. And see, I don't do campfires. I just don't like smell like them, you know. And I also feel like that it's a safety thing for me. So I don't usually do campfires. So this area that I'm in is conducive for a large group of people. So there's a large group on this side, big time. Lots of kids. So they pretty much overtook the cove yesterday, which was fine, you know, because I just kind of went down there when I got hot and just kind of swam out away from them into the main area of the cove, because there's this part where it goes way to the back. And so there's access points all along the back part of the cove for the people that are on the right of me. Now, the wife came out early, and she walked around, and she acted really nervous. And so when she came really close to my camp, in an area, she kept looking around in an area of my camp. And that chick that I met this last weekend is planning on coming back. And if she comes back and there is no spots, I'm going to let her camp in my area because there's a lot of room. And plus, she's got kayaks, you know. Yeah, there's method to my madness, but I mean, and I really dig her, so it'd be cool to camp with her for a couple more days before I never see her again, you know, in my life. But anyway, this lady said that they had usually gone to where I was, and that she was on the phone with her husband. Well, when her husband came out, he was straight up dick. He was a big baby. It sounded like that I was where I was. When the other people came later on in the evening, he was like, yeah, well, just camp over there. I think it's flat. You know, I just saw a huge group, another similar to the one on the left, that camped in that area. And they had like 5 cars, and they were just fine, you know? Especially if you're going to be kayaking, which these people are supposed to, but have you ever heard of a narc? And not the kind that, you know, tattles. This guy was totally an asshole to his wife. She seemed like she could hang, though. She told me she was a school teacher. She seemed like a real interesting woman. You know what I mean? Just somebody that you meet out at the lake. But, yeah. What I'm worried about is they're going to block my access point to get out of this area that I'm in, because I'm nestled way in the back. mean, that's what I wanted. And that's why I got here early and all that. But I figured if they offered me like $100, I'd move. But they never did, so oh well. So anyway, so what am I gonna do today? Well, I'm gonna try to get some water sport in, because after today, I think the weather's gonna get, for me, not really swimming weather. It gets into the 80s and you get in the water, you can catch a chill and then end up getting sick, you know? And I ain't been sick for a long time, knock on wood, which is not wood, but let's just pretend that it is. I've heard a lot of people coughing. Went to eat at a restaurant the other day and somebody coughed in front of me, in the booth in front of me, and then somebody coughed in the booth behind me, and I thought, God dang it, you know? I don't usually venture out into society very often. I don't usually go out and eat very often. The only part of society that I usually ever see is a grocery store and a laundromat. And the gym, you know. So the employment that I'm seeking is a very independent, solo kind of a thing, which that for me in my life right now seems like something that I'm gravitating towards. I don't want any drama with anybody. I don't want any conflict with anybody. I'd just like to go in and do something and then be done with it. As far as the tarot, we're going to take baby steps on that, because, you know, I can go to a job and I can work the job and, you know, work the job and then get off work every night, go home, go to sleep, get up the next day, work the job, you know, then that could be the extent of the job. But tarot is a bit different, in my opinion, and I believe that you have to really consider the body, mind, and spirit connection in order for you to be able to interpret and receive. And I guess not necessarily interpret, because it's not our jobs to interpret. It's our jobs to receive and then to convey in whatever way it comes through. I got the problem of filtering it and trying to decipher it. Do you know what I mean? Based on whoever it is that's in front of me. And it shouldn't be that at all. It just should be, you give the information, and then that individual takes that information and uses it to their best advantage. But for me, like I said, I don't want somebody changing their life or ruining their life based on something that I've said. So for me, it's really important that I eat right, that my mind is right, my heart is right. All those things have to be kind of in line before I feel, what would the word be? I was going to say justified, but that's not what I mean. I feel like that's the most honest way to be. Now, I know that a lot of times there's not that in this line of work as far as the spirituality and stuff. I just don't understand that. I really don't. How can you be acting as an agent for the Lord, let's say, and not be honest, not be doing your utmost to be the best that you can be to help another? That's kind of the way that I see it. That's why for me, I want the messages to be clear and I want to be honest about it. And if I feel like that I'm not, then I won't be doing it. So that's why when I finally start this channel or channels, I might dip every once in a while, because if I feel like I'm not in a state of body, mind, and spirit to be able to truthfully, accurately, and honestly, same thing, but, you know, I'll just have to be taking breaks. So, anyway, I hope your Saturday is going wonderfully if you've watched this in the afternoon, because it's really early right now, so unless you're an early bird, you know, I hope that your weekend goes wonderfully as well. Get out there and spread those little pieces of peace. It's really important to do that, especially these days. And there's a lot of people out there that could use a smile or an encouraging word, you know. Encouraging. Okay, I gotta go. Thumb it up if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see future videos. My name is Deborah the Bee. Thanks a lot for coming by. Hey, I appreciate all the subscribers and anyone that does drop by. We'll see y'all on down the road. Bye-bye.